we're being joined this morning by the Special Advisor on Digital Economy to the Kano State Government, Mr. Yusuf Sharada. Mr. Sharada, thank you so much for joining us on Sunrise Daily this morning.
I think we can start with an issue that
directly affects your own, your own mandate as a Special Advisor on Digital Economy to the Kano State Government, which is this issue of phone theft. Because I imagine that for a number of people to participate in the digital economy, they have to have their phones, their mobile devices. So I don't know, this is something we have heard is on the increase in Kano State. Has it been a source of concern to you as well as the state government?
Hello, thank you for having me. And of course, it is a source of concern for the state government because the government is trying its best to revitalize the state, to bring back the state back on the track of developmental issues. Do not forget that we had 8 years misrule by Ganduja's FEC administration, and then the state government is doing everything humanly possible to see that Kano reclaim its glory, being the center of commerce and also center of politics, and the leader of the northwestern state and even the northern state. So that is a source of concern, and there were so many measures put in place. There were so many giant strides that the present administration, under the watch of His Excellency Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf, we have gone far in tackling these issues. There are a number of initiatives to curb that menace, and we are recording progress in that area.
Can you share with us some of the initiatives that have been implemented?
One of them is establishing a neighborhood watch. These are special guards that were trained, about 2,000 of them, and they were equipped with modern gadgets that will be used to curb that menace. Even before that, there was another set of group, anti-phone snatching, which were equipped and given vehicles and light weapons to address that menace. This is apart from supporting the police in the state and other security formations. And even there was a standing committee or a task force committee that specifically deal with the thuggery, with the phone snatching and what have you in the state. And as I said earlier, we are recording successes in that regard.
Well, let me quickly, I had thought that you would be speaking to something that was perhaps going to discourage the phone snatchers. Maybe something digital, I don't know, a digital solution, for instance, that makes it less attractive for phone snatchers to want to take other people's phones. Because if they steal the phones and the phones are made useless to them, for instance, there will be no incentive to want to steal phones. So are you also looking in that direction?
We are looking also in that direction. We have tracking devices that we support the security formations in Kano to help and track the phones of people that were snatched. And we have that understanding with even the GSM dealers in the state not to be buying second-hand phones from suspected individuals. If you want to sell out your used phone, you have to come along with the pack and with the receipt, the initial receipt that you purchased that one. So we have that understanding. And even as a regard of the tracking that you talk about, there are so many initiatives like the Smart City we are working seriously on so that it will help us in reducing that issue of phone snatching. And more importantly, it is equally important to state the effort of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, in lightening the street of Kano. Most of the places where before they are hideout of criminals that they used to attack people, snatch away their bags or their phones, are now being lightened up. So even the miscreants are not finding it comfortable to even stay there. So this is another effort. The Kano Metro is almost lighting up. Nowadays, that's where there is serious direction in that menace of phone snatching.
Yeah, so talk to us about this scandal, which seems to be brewing in Kano State. This scandal of 6.5 billion naira allegedly diverted by the Director General of the Protocol Directorate, Kano State Government House, Abdullahi Rogo, who is accused of having diverted 6.5 billion naira through companies and bureau de change. The state government has responded somewhat, but what gave rise to this allegation in the first instance?
Well, it is all politically motivated. You see, as I said earlier, we succeeded administration that almost ruined Kano State. And now they were surprised. They are still in the pain of losing election, but they have discovered within a short duration of time, 2 years precisely into the administration of Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf, they have seen now Kano is back to the track of glory. Schools are functioning, the educational sector, the health sector, the agricultural sector, and there are so many empowerment and there are so many development. Our foreign scholarship program have continued and many other things. So they were surprised. They found it very intimidating. They are sure that they lose the grasp of Kano State. That's why they connived with those so-called CSOs and started coming up with these ungrounded allegations. Though that matter is before the competent judge of court of jurisdiction, so we shouldn't be discussing it here. But let me tell you that it is only politically motivated to distract the present administration from the developmental project and dividend of democracy that it is pouring to the people of Kano State.
Well, I know that Ayo will certainly have follow-up questions on that. Ayo, over to you.
Thank you, Markwet. Just to be clear, you're saying that the phone theft challenge that Kano State government is dealing with now is politically motivated. Is that what you're saying? Mr. Sharada, can you hear me? Oh, dear. Oh, I just need to be clear on that because it's sometimes a little surprising when, you know, issues of governance come up and people are being affected directly, rightly or wrongly, and these issues are enmeshed in politics. So one just wonders whether or not there is a focus on government or an attempt by whoever to distract the people from the real issues in the state. Because, for instance, this issue, this phone theft issue, dates back many months, and it'll be good to know whether or not the state government has its hands on it. Well, Mr. Sharada, can you hear me? Well, we're still waiting. I'm hoping that he'll be able to... Okay. Can you hear me, Mr. Sharada?
Yes, I'm with you, Mr. Ayo.
Wonderful, thank you. So when you say that, you know, these things are politically motivated, what exactly is politically motivated? Are you saying that the phone theft ring is politically motivated in Kano State?
No, I gave that answer in relation to the allegation of diversion some money by one of the Aide, specifically the Director of Protocol of the Governor of Kano State. But the phone thefts and phone snatching, that one is a social vice, is a menace that since when we come aboard, we have been fighting drastically, and we are doing everything humanly possible to see that we bring an end to that by ensuring a very secured Kano State for every person residing in the state. So that one is not what I mean when I say it is politically motivated. Okay. I am referring to the allegation of diversion of some money from Kano State coffers.
But isn't that the phone theft ring also a symptom, or isn't it symptomatic of socially challenged populace. As far back as January, we understand that the police has been on this case. But we'll talk about the social challenges in a moment. But if you can give us an idea, how many people can you say have been arrested as a result of this whole phone theft ring? How many people do you think have been arrested? What disciplinary measures have been taken to ensure that at least there's some form of deterrence from the state government?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, there were so many initiatives targeted toward that. One, the state government has been working
before you go there,
very closely
just a second, Mr.
with
Sharada.
the state.
How many people have been arrested, if you can give us a number?
More than 200 people have been arrested with the issue of phone theft.
Okay.
And some of them were...
Just a second. How far back does this problem go, from what you know?
Well, it become a source of concern because so many people even lost their lives, not even talk of their properties as a result of that phone theft. So it is a serious one, and we didn't take it lightly. And we supported police, and even the Kano State Governor come up with initiative for those young boys that get involved in this act. If they repent, then they used to rehabilitate them and give them a seed capital to start other things and leave that phone theft.
Okay, so Mr. Sharada, isn't it symptomatic of a major problem? As I said earlier, there are reports that as far back as January of this year, arrests were made regarding this phone theft issue, and you say about 200 people have been arrested. Isn't it symptomatic of more serious social challenges that is driving the people into this situation?
Yeah, it is. Kano being a cosmopolitan state, and due to the insecurity we suffered in the northeast and the insurgency and then the banditry in the core northwest, many people migrated to Kano, and these people are coming. Some of them don't even have where to stay. And most of them get involved in this act of phone theft and phone snatching. So it is a problem that we are looking at it holistically. And that's why I mentioned the establishment of Neighborhood Watch, the anti-phone snatching, and assisting the police and other security formations, and even setting up a special task force committee on security, all to tackle these problems. And if you are following the trajectory, we are recording successes. The menace is being reduced, not as that very time you are referring to in your report.
Now, you are saying that you are the essay to the governor on digital economy. And yeah, this is definitely something that will give you serious concern, particularly if you have experience in that sector. It's a very, very vibrant sector. So is there a sustainable plan of harnessing the potential of the digital economy in Kano State to the point that it will forbid what is happening? We understand that there was a point where some digital infrastructure was supposed to be commissioned in Kano State, but were vandalized in the wake of, some protests that happened in recent time. Is there a development to that, particularly with the federal government? And what are you doing to harness the digital economy in Kano so this problem can be permanently abated?
Well, the present administration understands the importance of digitization, and Kano being the center of commerce, we have a lot of businessmen and traders. We understand the impact of digitizing our business processes. So my office is working with so many other government so that they can use it to propel or to assist us in achieving where
Well, Mr. Yusuf Sharada, we have to thank you very much for coming on our program this morning. We had hoped that we'll be able to talk to you a bit about the politics in Kano State as well, because we understand that the APC has been trying to woo the NNPP into its fold, and it's unclear if the NNPP will be yielding or whether it will be holding its ground in Kano State, as it has already done in the 2023 elections. You want to quickly speak to it, especially considering how you have blamed the opposition for what is happening with the allegations of the 6.5 billion naira corruption allegation?
Kano State belongs to the Kwankwaso family, and there is a reason for that. These people that you are talking about, either living in NPP or grouping in APC, they were all in APC when we defeated them and take back the state to our fold. And what is happening under the present leadership, the lots of township roads that are happening, the revitalization of the health sector, the agri sector and the educational sector, and the continuation of the empowerment and many other dividends of democracy, Kano people have seen where to stay. Whoever is living in NPP going to the ruling party, I think I pity that person, because Kwankwaso is the movement that is having Kano, and any party Kwankwaso movement is with is the one that will continue to rule Kano. We don't have time to talk more about this, but I hope sometime we can have ample time to tell you details why Kano people like Kwankwaso and the leader of the movement, Senator Kwankwaso, and why.
All right, Mr. Sharada, I certainly will take you up on that particular one. Thank you so much for speaking with us this morning. We've been speaking with Mr. Yusuf Sharada, who's a special advisor on digital economy to the Kano State Governor.